Hello artist! Today what we're going to do, we are going to use our shapes that we colored and traced last week, and we are going to cut them out, and then we're going to arrange them on this sheet, and you are going to glue them down. So the first thing I want to do is go ahead and cut my shapes out. When I cut my shapes out, I want to make sure that I stay as close to the line as I can. Now, some of these things, for example, here I created a flower. I can go ahead and cut around that flower, or I could just cut the oval. The same with my house here. I added a triangle on top and a chimney to make it look like a house. So if I want, I can cut that out too. If not, I can just cut and leave that part on the paper. When I'm cutting, I'm holding one hand, my empty hand, I'm holding the paper. My other hand, I'm holding the scissors, and I'm carefully opening the mouth of the scissors and putting it on the line. I'm moving my paper around and cutting as nicely, as I can on that line. Once I've cut my shape out, I'm going to make a nice neat pile on this side, and I'm just going to keep going, making sure you open those scissors wide and close. Take your time. Think about the cut you're making. There's my second one. And you're just going to keep going until all of your shapes are cut out. So now I have all of my shapes cut. They're on my white paper here in a pile. I'm going to take my scraps, and it's kind of funny to see my big piece left over when I'm all finished. You're going to take your scraps and put those off to the side. You're going to put your paper in front of you, and the very first thing you want to do is turn your paper over, and you can get a crayon, and you're going to write your name on the back and your class code. L-1, S-1, Sizemore, Cummins, Volts, Lawrence, McCashlin, whoever. Okay, now I'm going to take my shapes and I want to start placing them on my paper. Where do I want to glue them? Where do I want to put them? I can put them random like this, or I can move them around and try to make a picture. So maybe I want this to be the moon, and I want this to be a building, and this to be a building. Maybe I can overlap a little bit, and maybe this could be a building. Maybe this could be the roof. But you can arrange these shapes however you want. I might even have a gigantic flower over here, or I have this one too. You can even just put these here. Oh, I could put another building here. That's what I'll do. Move these up. And then maybe put this one here. And I don't know. I'll figure out these later. Once you've decided on how you want your shapes to look and the placement of your shapes, and where you want them to be on your paper, you can start gluing them. Don't forget, if you want, you can have your paper this way. So I may want my paper to go this way with some buildings here, my moon up here, or maybe you could try to make a person with your shapes. But you want to figure out where you want to place them on your paper. If you don't get all your shapes on, that's okay. Next thing I'm going to do is take my brush and dip just a little bit, and I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the back. And for this long shape, I'm going to put a little at the top and a little at the bottom. And then I'm going to take this and glue it where I want, and I'm going to count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. For my next shape, I'm going to get a little more glue, not too much. A little at the top, a little at the bottom. Sometimes I put it in the corners. Turn it over, place it, count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. When I'm finished with my brush, I'm just going to sit my brush on the lid, and then I'm going to get my crayons and I'm going to add some things, anything I want. So I might add some grass. You might slow down and take your time. Maybe you want to put some worms in the grass or a bunny. You can color your sky. You can add anything you want to make it beautiful. I can even turn this into an airplane if I want. And put some people here. Okay, so decide how you want to do it. Take your time. Have fun. Maybe you want to draw a rainbow in your picture. And that's it. Get all feel free to add whatever you want.